City had pretty good results against Arsenal last season in the league, obviously beat them in the Carabao Cup final, but they finished 7 points behind them in the table. How tough will that gap be to close this season?
Arsenal are showing the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years that they have been always there. It's a fantastic team, well managed, well coached from Mikel. And again, last year they won the Premier League. They show how good they are in this moment, but at the same time, we are City, and we're gonna try to close the gap and try to compete again.
And can you just give the fans an update on Rodri? We understand he's back at the club today. Are you expecting him to be a City player at the end of this window, or are you starting to prepare for life without him?
First of all, as already said, window transfer is open. We can buy players, we can sell players, anything can happen. I just saw Rodri now in the building. I gave him a big hug. He looks good, so we'll see what's happening.
Enzo, hello. Do you really want to strengthen your squad at this stage? Do you feel it needs strengthening, given the potential departure of Tijjani Reijnders as well?
For sure, there are things that we need to do. Now, how many? I don't know. Can be 1, can be 2. Depends also if players they're gonna leave. So it depends a little. But again, now in this moment, I think 48 hours for a final. My first final in this club. I will try to win the first trophy. So my focus in this moment is not about players that they can leave or players that they can arrive. The focus for me personally is just how we can prepare in the best way the game and try to win the final.
Would you want a player that you know very well in Enzo Fernandez? The rumours persist that Chelsea want £120 million for him. Would any move for him depend on Rodri leaving Manchester City?
No, in this moment, again, I have to give you the same answer since day one, and will be always the same. It's a player from another club, and I don't think it's correct to speak about other players. In the same time, I don't think it's correct when other clubs they speak about our players. So that's why I'm not going to say nothing about players that they are not with us.
So just finally, will you be chatting to Rodri today then?
As I said, I just give him a big hug there, and now we have time to see each other a little bit more when I will be in the building.
Hi Enzo. I know it's only the first match, but what do you expect to see from your intake on the team on Sunday?
It's important that we continue to grow, we continue to improve. I think the pre-season has been good because game after game the team has improved. Now the pre-season is finished, now we need to compete, we need to win games, we need to win title. What I want to say is the right spirit to continue to improve, and again the right mentality to win games and title.
And about two specific players, we didn't see Savinho on the pitch yesterday. Is he okay to play on Sunday? Is he a player that you want to keep in the club?
Again, Savi yesterday was not part of the session. The reason why he was a little bit ill. We see it today. The session is in the afternoon, so we see how it's today, and then we decide.
And do you want to keep Vitor Reis in the club or going another loan for him? What's the plan?
No, at the moment Vitor stays with us. Then we see until the window transfer close.
Hi Enzo. Erling Haaland sat out the last part of yesterday's training session. Is he okay?
Yeah, no, he was okay. Yeah, he was okay. He had just small things behind. Again, in the pre-season he was good. Now we see what's happening, and then we decide.
Hi Enzo. With Bernardo Silva going, with Elliot Anderson arriving in that midfield, how big a task is it, and what are the challenges in constructing a new midfield without Bernardo and with Elliot?
It's a big challenge. First of all, because Bernardo, show how good he is on the ball, off the ball in these years. But again, Elliot arrived. We are completely sure that Elliot is doing a great job for this club in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. No doubt about that. They are different players. But we're gonna try to use Elliot in the best way for him and for the team.
And with the possibility of maybe some other midfielders arriving, with the possibility of maybe Rodri going, how difficult is it for you to plan for this season and to work out what it's going to be like in that part of the pitch?
Again, we see what's happened. Bernardo already left. We see what's happened with the rest, for sure. With Bernardo, John, Ake already. We see what's happened with some more players. But there is a change in this moment, and in the moment that the window transfer is closed, we need to be good enough to find as soon as possible solution for the players, for the team. But again, we are in a moment where, players that they were here for many years, probably they already left, probably they can leave, and that means that there is a change, and we're going to try to do our best.
There are suggestions that Chelsea have set a deadline of today for any bids for Enzo Fernandez. I know you won't speak specifically about individual players, but do you anticipate having to do any transfer business today?
Not today, to be honest. I don't think we're going to do something today.
Manchester City are heading into their first official match of the Enzo Maresca era, but the headlines are being completely dominated by an impending transfer exodus. Maresca has just faced the media ahead of Sunday's FA Community Shield showdown against reigning Premier League champions Arsenal, and he did not hold back. City are on the verge of banking £52 million for Tijjani Reijnders as a move to the Saudi Pro League looms. But the biggest panic surrounds Rodri. Following reports of a rejected £38.5 million bid from Barcelona, Maresca has publicly admitted that anything can happen before the transfer window closes. With Bernardo Silva already gone and City plotting a potential £120 million revenge move for Enzo Fernandez, the Premier League giants are facing a massive midfield rebuild. Here is the full breakdown of Maresca's bombshell press conference, the latest injury news on Erling Haaland, and how City plan to close the 7-point gap on Mikel Arteta's Arsenal. The pressure is fully on Enzo Maresca. He has to construct a brand new midfield without Bernardo Silva, deal with the impending departure of Tijjani Reijnders, navigate the Rodri transfer storm, and immediately figure out a way to topple Mikel Arteta's Premier League champions. Sunday's Community Shield won't just be a trophy presentation. It will be the ultimate litmus test for this new era of Manchester City. What do you think? Should City cash in on Rodri for £68 million and trigger the £120 million release clause for Enzo Fernandez? Let me know in the comments below. Finally, let's look at the squad fitness ahead of Sunday's clash in Cardiff. There was a slight scare during Thursday's open training session when Erling Haaland sat out the final portion of the drills. Fortunately, Maresca dismissed any serious concerns, confirming Haaland had a small thing behind the heels, but is absolutely fine and ready to go. Brazilian winger Savinho, however, is a major doubt. He missed the latest session due to illness and will be evaluated closely over the weekend. Young prospect Ryan Makaidu is back working with the group after a pre-season injury, while defender Vitor Reis will remain with the squad for now as the club evaluates his loan options before deadline day. While Rodri's future hangs in the balance, Tijjani Reijnders' exit is all but confirmed. After just one frustrating season at the Etihad, the Dutch international is packing his bags. Maresca practically confirmed the departure, stating that while the deal isn't official yet, things will become clear in the next few hours. Reports confirm that Saudi Pro League club Al Qadsiya have agreed to a massive £52 million fee for Reijnders. Maresca was incredibly candid about the situation, admitting that it is difficult to convince players when they are already convinced. Reijnders was visibly unhappy with his lack of guaranteed minutes last season under Pep Guardiola Borges, but this leaves City with a colossal midfield challenge. Bernardo Silva has already departed the club, new signing Elliot Anderson has arrived, and Maresca is backing him to do a great job over the next 5 years. But if Rodri follows Reijnders and Silva out the door, City will be fielding a completely unrecognisable centre of the park this season.